Hi, I'm John McLenithan, Deputy President of Ulster Farmers Union, and I'm down here today with Laura from the Rivers Trust on a dairy farm outside Dundrum with the magnificent Mourne Mountains behind us. And we're going to take a walk around the farmyard and just see what we can all do at a very practical level on our farms to improve water quality.
How do you collect your silage effluent?
Yeah, it's really important, Laura, that we collect silage effluent down here on the farm here that we're on. We can see where the farmers installed this drain at the front of the silo, so the floors will all slope this way, and this drain will catch any effluent and then it'll take it through into another tank, another channel, and then from that channel into a collection tank.
Do you regularly check the effluent channels?
Yeah, I mean the silo is pretty much empty, so we've zero effluent coming now. But during the silage season, or when the silo was full, it's important that these channels are kept free flowing so the effluent can get away. Really big thing that has helped on this farm, we can see where they have recently installed roofing over the top of the silo. Now the big advantage for them, and that is they are no longer also collecting rainwater and surface water in through this channel, so it means they're keeping that effluent and clean water separate, and that's made a big difference on this farm.
Have you ever had any effluent escaping?
I don't believe they have, no, and that's why you have these sorts of systems to avoid that happening.
And would you regularly check the floors and the walls for any cracks?
Yeah, it's something farmers will do regularly. They'll just have to be checking to make sure there aren't any cracks in the floors or the walls, and just to make sure they keep keeping it contained and keeping the effluent to where we want it to go to.
Well, John, we're at the roof of this silage clamp. Can you let us know how farmers would manage rainwater coming off of roofs like this?
Yeah, we can see it very well here, Laura, what the farmer has done on the farm here. He has put a significant investment into the guttering, the roofing and the guttering and the downpipes that we see to collect that rainwater that comes from the roofs. So what it does is it comes off the roof straight into the downpipe and is piped away into the watercourse and kept clean, and that's the key thing here, is keeping that clean water, that clean rainwater, away from any contaminated dirty water.
And can you tell us a bit about how we've got the setup here where you've got the downpipe leading into the channels for the clean water?
Yeah, there's a couple of ways of doing this. In this instance here, what we've done is we've taken the pipe work straight into the channel, into the piping that goes underground. That's an ideal situation. Alternatively, you can put maybe something like a bit of a raised rim round where the pipe is, and that'll stop the potentially dirty yard water running in and mixing again with the clean water. The secret and what the farmer is always thinking about is, can he keep the clean water away from the dirty water?
And John, can you tell us what happens during heavy rainfall, as we have been having increasingly frequent rainfall events in Northern Ireland?
Yeah, heavy rain is a challenge. The volume of rain, volume of water is a challenge. I suppose that's why when we look at what's been done here on the farm, it's oversizing guttering, oversizing piping, giving plenty of capacity to take away that water, and again keeping the idea being that we can get that clean water away into a watercourse clean and avoid any chance of that mixing or contaminating with the yard water or any other effluent or whatever else might be in the farm.
So do you find that having roofed structures like this helps to divert some of that clean water away from your slurry storage tanks?
Yeah, this is a massive help, because what happens if we didn't have this and we had the potential for this clean water to get into the same pathway as where the dirty water or the effluent it went to, what that does is it fills up the effluent storage or the dirty water storage, and then that takes us to a capacity issue. Whereas if we can keep it clean and keep the two separate, then we solve and save ourselves having to have those problems.
So John, we're in a collection area. Can you tell us how the yard would be washed after the cattle have left this area, and where the water would go?
Yes, like you say, Laura, this is an area where the cattle will gather, where they're collected prior to milking usually. So it's very important that any dirty water which comes from this area is collected. So what we have in this example, we have a channel at the bottom of the area, and this channel goes across into a collection tank, and that dirty water is stored there, and then the farmer can manage it from there.
And you've mentioned that the cattle would be stood here for some time, so I imagine that there would be some waste collecting in the area. Would the farmer then be scraping that area before he would then be washing it down? Yeah,
depending on how long they've been here, but yeah, the farmer's best thing for him to do would be to scrape and collect as much of that solid, of that material as he can, and therefore that'll reduce the amount of contamination which the system here has to deal with and make it easier for him to store and manage it later.
And how would that dirty water then be stored, John?
Yeah, that dirty water will go through this channel into a storage tank at the corner of the farm here. It'll be stored there until such times as the farmer needs to or has the opportunity to take that out and just use it as he would through his normal slurry management system, spreading it onto his fields.
So John, should farmers know where all of their drains in the yard go to, and whether they lead to a watercourse or whether they go to a storage tank?
Yeah, very important that we have a map of where all those systems go to. The farmer may well know himself, but he may not always be there, so it's important that there is a map probably in the farm office or somewhere where everybody will see where exactly each of those different channels are going to.
And what would happen if dirty water or slurry entered a drain that was leading water straight to the watercourse?
Yeah.
What would that be classed as?
Yeah, that will be classed as slurry, and it'll have to be treated the same way, so it'll have to be collected and spread on the fields as if it was slurry. Okay, good.
Thanks very much for your time today, John, for taking us around the farm and showing us the practical solutions to improving water quality. It's been great to hear your thoughts and experience, so thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thank you, Laura. And this is really what the water project is all about. It's about working with farmers, looking at very, very simple, sometimes very simple solutions, common sense solutions, little things which can make a big difference in order to protect the farmer and also to protect water quality. And we would really encourage farmers to get involved with this project, working with ourselves and yourselves in order to bring those benefits, which are not just to them, but also to wider society as well.
Perfect. Shall we go and get a drink?
Let's go up Slieve Donard, come on.